Oliver here with a new koi pond update. We have just finished the building of the pond itself, which I'll show you now. Really made up with the guys did this, done a fantastic job. A little bit messy, but not the end of the world. It's a little bit smaller than was anticipated. I mean, you can quite easily see here how much smaller it is. Reason being is for it to actually be square. Effectively, this bottom portion here would have needed to have then been dug out further. So my fault really in regards to when I got it dug, that I didn't really get it dug square basically. So length, width and height have changed just a little bit. So height wise we're actually about 5.2 foot in total now. Length wise I believe we're at 4.5 meters, and width wise we're at just, I think it's about 2.25 meters. So yeah, it's about sort of about 16,000 litres in total once the insulation's been done and it's all been fiberglass and things. That does unfortunately mean that the bottom drains are now no longer centered, which you can see here, which kind of bothers me a little bit, but not the end of the world really. Let's hop in a sec. So one skimmer's going to go there and another skimmer's going to go on there. We're just waiting for this to fully cure and harden, and then effectively we're going to do like a 45-degree angle cut straight down there and on this side here, because the skimmer actually sits sort of about this far back. It doesn't actually sit at the front, so by cutting that down on the 40-degree angle, what it's effectively going to do is then open up the wide mouth skimmer's mouth effectively even further, which is pretty cool, which give it more draw. So yeah, it's a really nice job, to be honest. The guy I used was Scott from Tip Top Building. I believe he's done quite a few things for Tim from Quality Nishikigoi, which is pretty cool. He may potentially be doing the fiberglassing on this as well. Not entirely sure yet. We've got the two window frames as well, which you can see here. So there's one here and there's one there, and it's about just under 1800 mil in length, and I think it's just over, I don't know, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100 plus an extra 10 for mortar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's about, I think it's about 67, 66 or 660 mil in height as well, which is really cool. It's going to look absolutely fantastic once we get the glass in, to be honest. I've also got a friend who's coming on this weekend to do the two returns. So one of the returns is going to be placed on this side over here. I haven't actually quite worked out specifically where just yet, which I'll update in a later video. It's roughly going to sit around sort of around this side here, and then the same is going to be on this side here. So effectively what we'll do is we'll have water that flows down this way, goes around there, and then comes back around, so it sort of creates a vortex. And then with the spin drifter bottom drains, they'll be bringing up a ton of air, which in turn makes the water go outwards, and so we should have some really decent movement. I don't think this skimmer is actually going to do too much, to be honest. I think that one's going to do probably the vast majority of it. But it's, yeah, the thing is ideally another skimmer would have gone here, which isn't exactly possible because of the way that I wanted the window to go there instead. But it's not the end of the world really. Let me just get out of here a sec. So these are the skimmers that I've actually got for it. It's the wide mouth skimmers. I'll show you an example of what I mean back in the pond, and I'll also grab the faceplate for the return, and I'll show you what I need to do to that as well. So basically the skimmer it's gonna sit flush with the top up here in total, and so then that 45-degree angle cut there. So I'm going to really open that up, and then that'll sit back there for it to then pull back effectively. I've got a slight issue with the return in that this faceplate here. I mean, I'll put it up into the corner just to show you. I mean, I'll do it this corner because that's where it's going to go. So as you can see, it takes up a lot of room. Now the thing is where the window goes, I'm going to need to allow for 70mm overlap. So I actually did a measurement over here just to show. So that's 70mm there, and basically this is 2" for the hole. So if I had the faceplate sat there, let me just grab that. If I had the faceplate sat here, I mean, you can see how much it actually overlaps. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take off 20mm from this side here, 20mm from this side here, so it will then be more of a sort of rectangular shape, and then when it's then sat in, we should then have a decent enough gap between the glass and not be too close up into the very corner of the blockwork, and just make sure that the one that I drill in will be a full block, because as we can see from here, this is half block, full block, half block, full block, etc. So yeah, they did the work in 2 days. Absolutely smashed it out, in all honesty. Really pleased. I mean, it's over, I think I ordered 600 blocks, and I've got about 180 left. So they've smashed out 400 blocks in 2 days, which is absolutely phenomenal, really. Scott's an absolutely stand-up guy as well. I'd wholeheartedly recommend him, to be honest. I'll put his link in the description below in case anyone wants to get into contact with him. He's done loads of koi pond builds. He's got his own koi pond as well. So yeah, this is where I'm at so far. The next thing for me to do is to get my filter house sorted. So Scott's actually going to help me with that as well. So I'm going to have to level all this out here and then measure up, make sure that my filter ends up in line with the top of the pond here. Then we're going to have 6 foot in width, which is effectively from where the concrete post is to this wall here, and 12 foot in length. I think we're going to go about 6'8" in total in height, and so filter house then basically going to run around down the length of here, so that'll allow for my drum to nicely sit in, and we'll have a door on this side as well. Everything's going to be cladded in total at the end. Thinking maybe like stacked slate or something like that. So yeah, really happy with this, to be honest. Really happy. Yeah, finally got it done. It's been a bit of a nightmare. You know, a bit miffed about the hole being dug and stuff. But what can you do? Made best of the worst situation, I guess. I've got a bigger pond than what I originally had, which is great. And yeah, so still quite a fair amount of work ahead. I've got to backfill all the way around it. Got to level that out and backfill the trench and stuff. Got to do shuttering for the concrete base. Make up the concrete base and lay it out with rebar as well. Probably 6 inches in total. And yeah, so it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna put a time lapse of Scott and his guys building the pond, and you'll be able to see, you know, how quick they worked, how much they smashed it out, really. Like I said, I'll put his description in the bottom, and yeah, that's it from me, and I'll speak to you all again soon.